is our civilian branch of government. Each ship can elect a representative to serve on the Conclave and make decisions that affect the fleet as a whole.
So it's kind of like the Citadel.
That affect an individual ship, however, the captain has the final say. It's a tradition that dates back to the early days, when the fleet was governed by martial law. Fortunately, most captains nowadays are smart enough to have an elected council from their crew to give them advice and guidance.
So the ultimate power rests with elected officials?
In practice, the Conclave and the respective council for each ship tend to set the rules that govern our daily lives. But in theory, we are still under military jurisdiction.
Okay.
The 5 top-ranking military officials in the fleet serve on the Admiralty Board. These 5 have the power to overrule any decision by the Conclave in case of emergency. To do so requires unanimous agreement among the Admiralty, and they can only do this once. After that, the entire board must resign their posts.
Oh.
It's a safeguard that served us well. In nearly 3 centuries, the Admiralty Board has only overruled the Conclave 4 times.
Okay, so in other words, they have to be careful about what they want to repeal, because the moment that they repeal something, they're forced into early retirement, from the sounds of it. Hey guys, and welcome back. This is Queen 3210, and we are gonna go back to building our team. As I mentioned in the previous video, there's a reason why I actually pushed Tali's loyalty mission till after we picked up the Reaper IFF, and I'll get into detail about that as soon as we begin. But for now, let's talk to Tali and see what's wrong.
Shepard, I'm glad you came by. I may need your help.
Okay.
I just received a message from the Migrant Fleet. The Admiralty Board has accused me of treason.
Really?
I'm scared, Shepard.
Wait, what are the charges?
Is it because you're working with Cerberus?
I'm not working with Cerberus. I'm working with you. And I got leave to serve on the Normandy again.
Yeah?
I have no idea what they're accusing me of. You'd think I would remember if I betrayed the fleet.
Right? They're absolutely nuts. Like, this is stupid. You're the one who gave them geth information that I gave you, so, like, and you've been working with them for this entire time, so what exactly would they, like, what exactly do they have that suggests that you betrayed them?
Nobody who knows you could believe you'd betray your people, Tali.
I don't know. They don't lay charges like this unless the evidence seems absolute. But thanks. I appreciate your faith in me, Shepard.
Yep, no worries. Now, what are the next steps? Like, what do we do?
What happens when a Quarian is accused of treason?
There's a hearing, with members of the Admiralty Board acting as judges. My father is an admiral on the board. He'll have to recuse himself from judgment. I can't even imagine what he's thinking right now. The punishment for treason is exile. If they convict me, I can never go back.
Okay. How common is this?
How often is someone from the fleet charged with treason?
It's rare. It must be something that affects the entire flotilla, not just one ship. The most recent one was Anora Vanya Vasilani, an engineer who handed over fleet defense schematics to the Batarians.
Oh, good.
She had good intentions. The Batarians were contracted to upgrade our systems, but they passed the defense schematics to a pirate gang.
Oh, shit. Like, that's not her fault, though. Like, she didn't know that was what was going to happen. Like, in the moment, they needed the schematics. How was she supposed to know that the repair group was going to pass that along to another gang? Like, that's ridiculous.
Was she convicted?
No. She made a suicide run on the pirate gang. She destroyed them before they could attack the fleet. She was pardoned posthumously. Let's hope I don't have to prove my innocence that way.
Definitely. Like, that would totally suck if the only way that you can actually pardon yourself is posthumously. That's stupid. Like, the only way that you can prove your innocence is if you die trying to make it right. That's stupid. And especially considering what Tali told us in the past about Quarians and how their numbers are important, it seems kind of counterintuitive to do something like that. What nature of the charges?
So you have no idea why they're accusing you?
None. The specifics of charges like this are rarely discussed on open channels. I won't know any more until I get to the flotilla.
And somehow I doubt that they would be willing to share that information through the Normandy, even if it's being captained by me, because we're flying Cerberus colors. What's the punishment?
What happens if you're convicted?
Like I said, exile. The specifics are up to the judges. If it's deemed only a tragic mistake in judgment, the guilty party might receive a small ship and supplies. Not that it really matters. Either way, if I'm convicted, I'll never see the Migrant Fleet again.
It's a really odd choice considering, again, considering their numbers. Like, I mean, the safety of the whole is important, but again, the numbers game, this is a group who provides incentives if their population is in decline to encourage families to have multiple births. But yeah, no, like, exile is definitely an odd choice.
So no prison and no death penalty?
We don't have the spare resources for long-term incarceration. Monitored work detail is more effective. And we don't have enough people to afford executions.
Right.
In exile can still have children, and those children are welcomed back to the fleet.
Okay, so in other words, the sins of the parents don't transfer onto the child. Like, there might be a stigma when the child shows up to participate in the flotilla, but yeah, no, it's just the person who was accused that's punished, not so much their families. That makes sense. What is the trial procedure exactly?
So how does the trial work? How soon do we need to get you there?
They'll wait a reasonable period of time for me to come and defend myself. Eventually, if I don't show up, they'll try me in absentia. As for how it works, it's less formal than an Earth trial or something you'd see on the Citadel. We're family. This is just the worst kind of family meeting.
Yeah, I can imagine, because there's a lot of stigma in regards to that. Like, basically, if you're accused of treason, you're accused of betraying your family. Yeah, sure, I'll help you. I'm not gonna hang you out to dry here.
Okay, let's go find the flotilla.
I was going to book passage on another ship. I didn't think there would be time for you to help. Thank you, Shepard. I'll program the Normandy with the flotilla's current location. The admirals will be waiting for us.
Okay, so now we get to go to the Quarians' home turf. It's definitely going to be new because it's not somewhere that people are generally welcomed to. The Quarians are a rather close-knitted bunch. A fleet of 50,000 craft holding over 17 million Quarians, the Migrant Fleet is the largest array of spacefaring vessels in the known galaxy. Though Quarians on pilgrimage have visited most settled worlds in the galaxy, few outsiders have ever stepped foot inside the Quarian ship. Now, it's not like I really have to state it, but I'm going to anyway. Because this is Tali's mission, Tali has to come along regardless of what you may or may not want. Oh, apparently she has other outfits. Oh, nope, that's Garrus. Because we're on Garrus. Whoops, my bad. Yeah, oh, she does have other outfits. Oh, that's kind of a cool outfit. And you know what? I think we're going to go with that. Because I didn't even realize that she had alternate outfits. That's kind of cool. But yeah, so Tali is our choice here. Our default choice. As for our additional squad mate, for those of you who have played the game before and are just checking out another person's playthrough, you might have figured it out. For those of you who have caught on to the pattern of some of the teams that I have formed, you might have figured it out. But we're bringing Legion. If the Quarian fleet is going to accuse one of my teammates, a loyal one at that, of treason, I'm gonna fuck their world up. So yay, I have 3 points that I'm gonna save because I'm thinking I'm probably gonna put it into incinerate. Legion, on the other hand, I have some work to do. Legion has become an expert at disassembling organics and synthetics alike, increasing Legion's weapon damage. Or Legion has redundant systems for critical functions, increasing its health. Let's get him to do more damage. We'll also do AI hacking. And a combat. We'll get him a combat drone. We'll be the drone squad. Electric shock damages targeted health or explosives. Yeah, we're gonna go with explosive. And Tali, I have points that I can't put in, so. Let's see if I have a better sniper rifle for you. I do, actually. And the collector assault rifle. No, you're going with pneumatic. Let's see if I can actually use that sniper rifle. I doubt it because I didn't start off with sniper rifle damage. No, I didn't. So we're gonna keep what we have. Tali. Yep, you're good.
This is Tali'Zorah Vasnima Naraya, requesting permission to dock with the Raya.
Our system has your ship flagged as Cerberus. Verify.
After time adrift among open stars, along tides of light and through shoals of dust, I will return to where I began.
Permission granted. Welcome home, Tali'Zorah.
We'd like a security and quarantine team to meet us. Our ship is not clean.
Understood. Approach exterior docking cradle 17.
That could be a number of reasons. Basically, their distrust of Cerberus, or the fact that they don't actually keep...
I don't think it's a good idea to bring a...
It's not, but I don't fucking care. Hi! Get that gun out of my face.
Get that damn thing off my ship before you start an incident that makes the Ascension Project fiasco with Cerberus look like a slow day on garbage detail.
Calm the fuck down.
The Geth is with me. I'll take responsibility for it.
The hell you will. This is my ship. If it goes hostile, it's my responsibility. I want no part of it. I'm letting you aboard as a favor to Tal. The Geth is too much. Leave it on your ship.
You know what? You'll have to shoot us both.
This is your ship and I'm a guest, but Legion is part of my team. Unless you want to shoot me, we're both coming aboard.
Or I could kick you both off. No one here likes Geth or Cerberus. I can't guarantee your safety.
I can guide them away from the more militant elements of the crew.
There are a lot more militants these days, Tali'Zorah. And given the charges against you, it's only getting worse.
What do you mean?
They're charging you with bringing active Geth into the fleet as part of a secret project.
That's insane. I never brought active Geth aboard. I only sent parts and pieces.
Wait. What? Hold up. I did this as a fucking joke. Like, what the hell?
You sent Geth materials back to the Migrant Fleet?
Yes, my father was working on a project. He needed the materials. If I sent back something that was only damaged, not permanently inactive, no, I checked everything. I was careful.
Technically, I'm under orders to place Tali'Zorah under arrest pending the hearing. So, Tali, you're confined to this ship until this trial is over.
Thank you, Captain.
Preparations got underway as soon as you arrived. The hearing's being held in the Garden Plaza. Good luck.
Excellent. And there we go. And even if we wanted to leave Tali behind, we can't because the door is obviously locked. Let's talk to this guy. Let's see what he has to say.
You should speak with Admiral Ra. She's waiting for you up ahead.
Well, okay then. He doesn't have much to say.
I can't believe they're charging Tali'Zorah with such a thing.
Yeah, I can't either.
The captain let her get onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint.
Go ahead. Assholes. Okay, I guess this is where we go. Up. Think that's who we have to speak to.
Tali'Zorah was Normandy.
Oh,
I am glad
wait a
you
minute.
came. I could delay them only so long.
Auntie Ron, Shepard Vas Normandy, this is Admiral Shala'Raan Vas Tonbe. She's a friend of my father's. Wait, Ron, you called me Vas Normandy.
Yeah.
I'm afraid I did, Tali. The Admiralty Board moved to have you tried under that name, given your departure from the Nima.
Oh. What? Well, I have a feeling I know what that means, but I'm gonna ask anyway.
I take it being associated with a human ship is a bad sign.
They stripped me of my ship name. That's as good as declaring me exiled already.
Ah.
It's not over yet, Tali. You have friends who still know you as Tali'Zorah Vas Nima. Whatever we must call you legally.
So basically, it's having her enter the trial on with a handicap, essentially. By stripping her of her ship name, they've basically said, oh, she's already guilty. She must be guilty. They wouldn't have stripped her of the ship name. And it kind of comes, even regardless of the reasoning that they did it, it's sort of akin to saying that her ship has basically declared her guilty. Obviously, there's a conflict of interest here, Shala'Raan. If you're an admiral and you're serving on the council, considering what I just witnessed between you and Tali.
You're an admiral. Does that mean you're one of the judges?
I'm afraid not. My history with Tali and her father forced me to recuse myself.
Ah, okay, that's what I thought.
Imagine father had to do the same.
You'll see inside, Tali. For my part, I moderate and ensure that the rules of protocol are followed, but I have no vote in the judgment.
Okay, that makes sense. Also, it's going to be interesting that we actually get to meet Tali's father. Considering what we've heard about him from the first game. But yeah, no, we should probably stop stalling and go in.
I guess we should get started. Does Tali have a defense counselor? Someone who speaks for her side.
Indeed, she does, Captain Shepard. She is part of your crew now, recognized by Quarian law.
Oh,
And
good.
remember, an accused is always represented by his or her ship's captain.
Oh! Well,
So, you would actually speak for my defense.
I mean, I'm technically not a lawyer. It's unexpected, but you know what? She doesn't need any more bad news, so I'll give it a good shot.
I'll do everything in my power to help you, Tali.
Thank you, Shepard. I could not ask for a better counselor.
Our legal rules are simple. There are no legal tricks or political loopholes for you to worry about.
Thank fuck.
Present the truth as best you can. It will have to be enough. Now,
Have to be.
I promised that I would not delay you.
That phrasing does not put me at ease. Oh yeah, this is kind of informal, but kind of not. It's an open space, obviously, but okay. I only see 3 admirals. And Shala.
This conclave is brought to order. Blessed are the ancestors who kept us alive, sustained us, and enabled us to reach this season. Keep us alive. The accused Tali'Zorah Vas Normandy has come with her captain to defend herself against a charge of treason.
Security! A Geth is present in the courtroom. Does Tali'Zorah think to affect this hearing with threats?
Okay, so maybe...
Captain Donna allowed the Geth aboard. Do you intend to second-guess the Raya's captain, Admiral Chorus?
Objection withdrawn.
Shepard Vas Normandy, your crew member Tali'Zorah stands accused of treason. Will you speak for her?
Okay, so maybe bringing the Geth was a shitty idea, but you know what? I'm not going back now. It's my pleasure to speak for her, because she's innocent of the charges, which are bogus to begin with, Why don't you talk to her father, who's apparently the one who actually asked her to send this stuff to him?
If it helps Tali, I will. But in her heart, she remains Tali'Zorah Basnima, a proud member of the Migrant Fleet. I regret that her captain is forbidden to stand at her side today.
Right?
Nobody has been forbidden from anything. It is a simple...
Lie to them if you must, Zaal'Koris, but don't lie to me and expect me to stay silent. The human is right.
Admirals, please. Shepard's willingness to represent Tali'Zorah in this hearing is appreciated. Tali, you're accused of bringing active guests to the Migrant Fleet. What say you?
Okay, so that's a good sign. Geralt seems to be sort of more sympathetic to Tali than Chorus, obviously. But we'll have to see what's going on. She couldn't have done it.
How could Tali have brought Geth to the fleet while serving on the Normandy?
Right?
To clarify, Shepard, Tali isn't accused of bringing back entire units, only parts that could spontaneously reactivate.
But I would never send active guests to the fleet. Everything I sent was disabled and harmless.
Then explain how Geth seized the lab ship where your father was working.
Why weren't we told this in Discovery? Objection!
What are you talking about? What happened?
As far as we can tell, Tali, the Geth have killed everyone on the Alarei. Your father included.
Oh, damn.
What? Oh, Keela.
No, dude. No, this is not okay.
I thought Quarians valued family. How do you justify springing this on Tali in the middle of a damn trial?
Right?
Our apologies. Tali should have been informed.
Yes, she should have.
Shepard, we have to take back the Alarei.
The safest course would be to simply destroy the ship. But if you are looking for an honorable death instead of exile...
Wow.
I'm looking for my father, you bastet!
You intend to retake the Alarei from the Geth. This proposal is extremely dangerous.
Well, for Tali's sake, yeah, we're going to.
With your permission, Admirals, yes. The good of the fleet must come first. And Tali needs to find her father.
Agreed. And if you die on this worthy mission, Tali, we will see that your name is cleared of these charges.
Oh, that's
We
reassuring.
can discuss that later.
Oh, fuck off.
Then it is decided. You will attempt to retake the Alarei. You are hereby given leave to depart the Raya. The shuttle will be waiting at the secondary docking hangar. Be safe, Tali. This hearing will resume upon your return, or upon determination that you have been killed in action.
Oh, that's reassuring. Well, let's go. So, I would like to know why she wasn't told. 'Cause that was a really shitty thing to do.
Thank you for agreeing to take back the Alarei, Shepard. The Admiral sounds sure that my father is already dead, but... I don't know. We won't know anything until we get there.
Are you okay, first and foremost?
How are you holding up? They just threw a lot of fire at you, even before telling you about your father.
Right?
I knew this would be bad, but I guess you're never really prepared to be charged with treason.
No.
And my father, I don't know. He could still be alive. They don't know for certain that he's dead. I just don't know, Shepard, and I need to find out.
Yeah, and I don't blame you. That's why we're going. But before we do, should we talk to the people and get sort of a feel of the temperature of this trial?
Is there anyone here you want to talk to before we go?
We can talk with the Admirals. It might help us to see what their viewpoints are. But I doubt we'll change anyone's mind by talking to them privately.
I mean, it's not about changing their mind. It's about seeing where they're at. So we can maybe build a defense and not, with their viewpoint in mind. But, yep, come on, let's go.
Let's go.
Right. The sooner we get to the Alarei, the sooner we'll know what happened.
Shepard, the secondary docking hangar is through the Conclave chamber where you are now. The shuttle they have provided is unarmed.
Of course it is.
Understood.
Whatever Geth are on the Alarei have likely built more of themselves. Expect heavy resistance.
Yep. I will. But first things first, again, I want to check the temperature of the people around here. Ah, there's Kal'Reeger.
Loyalty to the fleet is about more than just killing Geth. Tali'Zorah is guilty.
Wow. Kal'Reeger.
Kal'Reeger.
Hi.
Shepard, Tali'Zorah, Good to see you both. Wish you were under better circumstances.
What did they get from our readings?
Damnedest things, just like they said. No way the sun on Haystrom should have been acting that way.
So that dark energy theory is right. That's troubling.
Very.
Can't really comment on that, ma'am. I just shoot things.
That's fair. Presence on the Raya.
What are you doing aboard the Raya? It sounds like you gave your report to the Admiralty already.
Well, stayed to argue the charges against Tali'Zorah.
Nice.
Served with her, and she deserves better than what she's getting.
Thanks, Cal.
Just stating facts, ma'am.
How can you help?
Have you had any luck talking to the Admiralty board?
Admiral Ron asked my opinion about the Geth since I'd fought on Haystrom. She and Admiral Gerrel are hoping you'll kill a bunch of Geth to get the crowd on your side, then find evidence to clear your name. They were hesitant, but, well, you didn't have many other options, ma'am. I recommended getting you onto the Alarei. I hope you can handle it.
Okay.
You did the right thing. Thank you.
Yes. Thanks for having our back. How are you doing?
Have you been, Rieger? You took kind of a beating on Haystrom.
Physical damage wasn't bad. I was down for about a week with infection, though. Figure I got off easy. I don't have to face those admirals.
I mean, he's not wrong. He seems to be at ease fighting things a lot more than he is, like, in a diplomatic setting, but I'm gonna ask him anyway. Fighting seems risky for you.
With your immune systems, it couldn't be easy for Quarians to fight a war. You'd lose more people to infection than injury.
We can't afford a frontline attack, that's for sure. Have to fight smart. Ideally from orbit.
We do have stockpiles of antibiotics. It's not as though everyone would die from a single shot.
No, Shepard's right. You've only seen our strike ops, Tali. Don't have all the fancy equipment in a frontline fight. Supplies get strained. Things get ugly, fast.
Yeah, I imagine they would. Talk to me about this dark energy theory.
You said that your mission had something to do with dark energy?
Right. Remember the damn sun on Haystrom?
Yeah.
Shorted out everything. Way too much radiation? The sun's getting old. Only it's not. Dark energy. It's reducing the mass of the star's interior. Techs are worried.
Do you guys think that Geth did this?
Do you think the Geth are responsible for what's happening to Haystrom's sun?
Keela, I hope not. If they can screw up a star, our chances in war are even worse than I thought.
I don't think this is the Geth. It would take massive time and resources to affect a star like this deliberately.
Right?
It's too inefficient to be a weapon, and even the Geth wouldn't destroy a useful star system. Besides, they didn't show up until we did.
I hope you're right, man. Synthetic bastards are bad enough as it is.
How big a problem is this exactly?
What does that dark energy buildup mean? Is it something we should worry about?
Sorry, Shepard, I don't know what it means. Just that it has the scientists worried.
Hopefully it's isolated, some rare phenomenon. If dark energy can destabilize solar material. Probably not something to worry about now. But resources in this galaxy are scarce enough without stars suddenly going dead.
Yeah.
Some days I think flying around in the fleet without a planet of our own is the right idea.
Sounds like it would be for sure. You would be less affected. But I guess that's it.
We should get going.
Good luck on the Alarei. Stay safe out there.
Thanks. I see an admiral we can talk to, but I think we're gonna actually talk to her last. Oh, Vitor! Hi, Vitor!
Shepard? How did you get onto the Raya?
Shepard is here to help me with my trial.
Oh yes, I heard about that. I hope you didn't really do what they said you did.
No, Vitor. I would never endanger the fleet.
At least not willingly.
Oh, well, good. So, can I help you with anything? I mean, probably not, but you helped me.
Aww. Would you speak for Tali?
Tali could use some friends right now. Would you be willing to tell the admirals how she helped you?
No, I mean, yes, but I already did. They came to see me. I didn't want to talk in a crowd.
I don't blame him.
Vitor is doing well, but he isn't ready for a public speech just yet.
I talked to them. So did that soldier, Kal'Reeger. We both told them about how you helped us. I hope it helped.
I'm sure it did, Vitor. Thank you.
And I love the fact that they've sort of exemplified his anxiety with having him fidgeting and jumping around. That's a nice touch. Do you guys have any more information?
Do you remember anything else about the Collectors? Anything at all?
Nothing new. I'm sorry. Every time I go back to that place in my mind, I
Vitor, come back. It's okay.
I want to help, but I can't. I didn't see anything, and what I remember...
Don't worry, Vitor. We're going to find the things that did this, and we're going to kill them.
Yep.
Good. Thank you.
No worries. I hope you feel better.
Take care of yourself, Vitor. Not many could have gone through what you did and come out sane.
I know. I didn't.
Oh.
But thank you, Commander. It's only because of your help that I've come this far.
That's right. If you decide to hand him over to Cerberus, by the time you come to this particular part in the game, he is a shell of the version that we see of him here. Less able to function, less able to be of help, and he just basically, he sees you and he flips out, basically. So, no, and that happened because Cerberus actually ended up torturing him for information, because they didn't believe him when he said that he didn't know anything more. But yeah, I'm glad it worked out this way. Okay, so that's the trial grounds. Ah, Shala, you have some explaining to do.
You set me up, Shala. You told Captain Donna not to say anything? I don't hear that my father may be dead until I'm in the trial? Why?
The admirals needed to hear the shock in your voice, Tali. Otherwise, they might not have let you try to retake the Alarei. That is your best chance at recovering evidence that can exonerate you. I am sorry. We cannot afford sensitivity, Tali.
No, but that's just way too fucking far. Like, you recused yourself because your judgment isn't exactly unbiased here, and I get that, and I understand your desire to want to help, but to put that all on Tali by giving her the scare of her fucking life when she doesn't even know what's going on with her dad, and then to learn that he might be dead in the trial that would decide her own fate, that's just, no, that's not okay.
I know you're trying to help her, Admiral, but that was over the line.
She has nobody else to speak for her, Shepard. I am doing everything in my power. That's what her father would have wanted.
Don't say it like that. He could still be alive on that ship.
You should get to the Alarei soon. Is there anything else I can tell you?
Yeah, let's hope that you're not holding out on us this time. Talk to us about the lab ship.
What can you tell us about the Alarei?
Not much, I'm afraid. Rael'Zorah only said that he was researching new defense technology.
He told me only that he needed any Geth parts or pieces I found. I assumed he was testing weapons on Geth components.
We knew nothing until the Alarei sent a distress signal, then went dead. We didn't even know about the Geth until a boarding team was attacked.
So we have no clue what to expect, essentially.
You're saying there's no data about the inside of the ship?
That's exactly what I am saying. The Marines who survived and escaped saw bodies in the halls. We must assume the worst.
No, we don't.
Okay, so tell us about your relationship with Rael'Zorah.
How long have you known Tali's family?
Since before Rael was an admiral. 25 or 30 years, I'd guess. I was there when Tali was born. Her mother and I had synced up our suits so we could be in the same open-air room. I was safe for a week. But it was worth it. I was the one who took Tali from her mother and put her in the bubble. She cried so hard.
Wait, bubble?
I don't understand. You put your children in bubbles?
Environmental units. It's a step between relying on the mother's immune system through nursing and getting a suit of one's own.
The bubbles let parents take their children out of the clean rooms safely. We don't wear suits until adolescence.
There's a celebration when a child gets her first suit. It's a coming of age.
I see. That makes sense. But tell us about Tali's father now. I mean, that's an it is, I don't mean to gloss over that bit of information because it really is actually interesting. I had always assumed that there was child-size suits for the kids, and they just sort of outgrew them as time went on. But thinking about their resources and how they are careful to avoid straining them, it makes more sense that they would rely on environmental units and then just leave the suits for adolescents. That makes a lot more sense. So yeah, now tell us about what Tali's father. He should have been there on the birth of his daughter, you would think.
I'm not hearing much about Rael's involvement in Tali's life.
It's difficult to explain. I shouldn't.
It's all right, Shala. No secrets between shipmates. I think I told Shepard about my father.
What was your father like?
It wasn't easy growing up as the daughter of one of the Admiralty. Even before he joined the board, he was a prominent figure. People looked to him for leadership. He had to set an example, and he expected the same of his daughter. Plus, he was pretty strict, a military man through and through. He never allowed me to settle for anything less than excellence. As a kid, I sometimes felt like he was pushing me too hard. But now, I'm old enough to appreciate what he taught me. The world doesn't owe us anything. If we want something in life, we have to earn it.
Where was your mother in all this?
Mother was around, but she always seemed to kind of blend into the background. Almost like she was overshadowed by my father. He tends to do that to people. She passed on about 5 years ago. Some airborne virus that swept through the fleet. Happens sometimes when the filters start to break down. I think my father took it pretty hard. After she was gone, he became even more focused on his work. I think that was his way of dealing with the grief.
Sounds like a tough upbringing. You don't resent your father at all?
Like I said, it wasn't easy. My father's not the kind of person you bond with. And he wasn't around all that much. Too busy. People counted on him, and he took his duties seriously. Even when he was around, he always seemed a bit distant. Like his mind was always somewhere else. Come to think of it, I can't ever remember seeing him smile. Not once. It's like he was always weighed down by all that responsibility. I mean, I know he cares about me, but he never really showed it, not in the usual way. I guess the best thing I can say about my father is that I respect him.
If you say so, Rio was committed to the Quarian cause. That didn't leave him a lot of time for his family.
No, it didn't.
He wanted to give Tali and her mother the whole world, or a strong fleet at least. That was how he showed his love.
Okay. Talk to us about the necessary evidence for, to prove, Tali being innocent.
What kind of evidence will carry weight with the admirals?
Tali, you admitted to sending Geth parts to your father for his project.
Yes, but never anything that could have come back online on its own. I took every possible precaution.
Then find records of your shipment and experiments. Something that proves you were careful. Something that proves that this is all just a terrible accident that nobody could have foreseen.
Yeah, that makes sense. Though somehow, I have the feeling that they would still point it at it being negligent, and she would still end up getting exiled as a result. But it definitely looks like the admirals, or at least two of them, don't quite get along. So let's investigate that a little bit.
There seem to be some other arguments going on among the admirals.
You caught that? Yes, the Geth's presence makes this a touchy issue. The Admiralty Board is trying to determine whether to focus on colonial development or attempt to retake the home world.
You're thinking of war? With the Geth?
That's stupid.
I'm not, Tali, but others are.
That's a stupid idea.
I know the Migrant Fleet is formidable, but even you can't take on the Geth.
We grow tired of wandering the stars, Shepard. We want our world back. We have paid enough for our mistake. I'm not giving you my opinion. I'm telling you which way the wind is blowing.
I mean, I get it. I do. But at the same time, like, even without knowing that the sect of Geth that have been attacking people from beyond the Perseus Veil are heretics that followed Saren. It sounds like it's dangerous. I mean, like, people who encroach on their territory tend to not come back alive. That's basically what we've been told over the last 300 years. And the Geth have multiple groups anyway, so that's not to say that the Geth, like the Geth that aren't working in line with the Reapers, yeah, like, I don't know actually. Let's tell her about the multiple groups.
The Geth situation isn't as simple as you think. Not all of them worship the Reapers.
I don't think the other admirals would care about that. They want the homeworld back, and they want all Geth destroyed.
Shala, don't you want to see us retake the homeworld?
I don't think we can, Tali. But it may not be about what I think.
I mean, it'd be a happy ending for the Quarians, but at the same time, the Geth were wronged, which started the fucking war in the first place. So, while I'm sympathetic to the Quarians, that just, like, the Geth and the reason they were so aggressive at the start is basically what's giving me pause here. I don't think the Geth deserve to lose their own, like, the home that they ended up claiming. I don't. Like, I think the Quarians deserve a planet of their own, and I fully believe that the Quarians have paid for their mistake, but there's just got to be a happy medium here, and I'm not seeing it at this point. Yeah, I think that's basically all the information we can pump out of her, so.
We should move on.
Good luck on the Alarei.
I love how this one just backed away as soon as Tali went in on Shala. That was pretty great.
If Tali'Zorah is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an eloquent one.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I really do. Hi, Admiral Garrel. I know you're the pricklier. Well, you're sort of more. Actually, you're not the pricklier one. You're the sympathetic one. Let's talk to you.
Tali, I'm glad Admiral Raan got you leave to hit the Alarei. Hopefully you'll find something that clears your name.
I'm more concerned with finding my father, Admiral.
Right?
I wish you luck. Blow up some Geth on the way. And your Captain Shepard, Admiral Hangarel Vasnima. To be honest, I was afraid a human would be too meek and humble. Watching you rail away at Admiral Zaal'Koris, though, Tali's in good hands.
So, you're on Tali's side, is what you're saying.
I get the sense you're inclined to believe the defense. I'm glad one of the judges is.
If you were only giving Rael inactive equipment for weapons tests, I've got no problem. We need to test weapons against Geth material. I know you and your father. You put too much of yourselves into this fleet to do anything to jeopardize our safety. And you're both smart enough not to make mistakes like the ones they're saying you made.
Okay, let's talk about that, actually. What is your history with Rael'Zorah?
You and Tali's father go back a long ways?
We served together on the gunship Yaska during a bad Batarian raid. We were kids, serving pre-pilgrimage as trainees.
Okay.
A crew of 10, and 6 were dead. Kinetic barriers were down. Rael and I were alone on the bridge, and the Batarians had drawn off a tramp freighter.
Okay, so what happened?
Did you save the freighter?
Our ship was under orders to hold position, but Rael looked at me and said, "We're underage. You can't charge us for breaking formation." He took the helm, I took weapons, and we brought that freighter back. The crew called us heroes. The brass called us idiots.
Yeah.
They slapped medals on our suits, then kicked us off to pilgrimage a bit earlier than usual. That's Rael for you.
I mean, it sounds right. They couldn't exactly punish you guys for what you did, especially when it got results. But they could basically say, you know what? You guys think you're grown up? Get out and prove it. Makes sense to me. Talk to us about the other admirals.
Can you tell me about the other admirals? Anything that might help me change their minds about Tali?
The one you didn't recognize, Tali, is Admiral Zen. She's on the fence. She takes fleet safety very seriously. On the other hand, she's always been in favor of studying the Geth. I hope she sees the benefits of Rael's research. Admiral Zaal'Koris is the same whining soup wetter he always was.
Okay, so what makes him so bad, despite the holier-than-thou attitude that was presented to us?
You disagree with Admiral Zaal'Koris's policies, I'm guessing. Or is it personal?
Man is a damn Geth apologist. Thinks we were wrong to try to destroy them centuries ago. He wants us to search for new colony possibilities instead of taking back the home world. Any research on the Geth makes him angry. You don't have much of a chance with him, I'm afraid.
sad for you, Geralt. I actually kind of agree with him. That being said, I do believe that some research against the Geth is important, considering, again, the heretics are trying to, or siding with the Reapers, and they're a bigger threat, in all honesty. But that being said, I think going to war with them is really stupid. Talk to us about the, oh no, wait, actually, since we're on the tangent of the other admirals, let's talk about the infighting.
Sounds like we're dealing with more politics than just Tali bringing back equipment.
Right?
You noticed that, did you?
No.
Tali's father wasn't just running weapons tests on the Geth for fun. He was looking for something to give us an edge when we attacked the Geth in full-scale war.
I know Father wanted to retake the homeworld someday, but are we that close?
I don't know, kid. We almost had the votes. We just need to give people hope for victory.
There are different factors, dude.
The Geth on your homeworld aren't the same ones who worked with Saren. They have different factions.
Good. Maybe some of them will kill each other. Fewer for us to deal with.
Oh.
The only Geth that matter to me are the ones that took away our world.
Okay. Well... yeah. Welp. Don't care. Basically painting everybody with the same brush. I mean, I know the Geth are sort of a collective, so it's hard to, like, remove some from others, but at the same time, that's like basically saying you're a shit person because your parent was a shit person. And that's not entirely fair. But yeah, your proposition is rather risky, dude.
I hope the Quarian people find some place to live, Admiral. But it sounds like you're playing with fire.
Right?
We're too comfortable now, Shepard. We've got the largest fleet in the galaxy and we just ride around doing nothing.
Surviving.
We might need that fleet to help fight the Reapers, Admiral.
Then we need a world to shelter our non-combatants while we do it.
I mean, that's fair, but why does it have to be Rannoch? We're in this war against the Reapers now. I know that you're saying that you're fairly that you might be close to a breakthrough in order to retaking Rannoch, but wouldn't it be smarter to find a colonized planet and then use that to shelter your non-combatants with sprinkled with a couple of combatants to, you know, protect them? Like that, to me, that sounds like something that would make way more sense. But anyways, I'm not going to convince him in this conversation, so let's just talk about the lab ship. What can we expect from the Alarei?
Can you tell me anything about the Alarei?
Nothing good. We sent some of our best Marines into that hellhole. Damn few made it back. Whatever Rael was doing, it blew up in his face. The ship is crawling with Geth. Don't go in expecting survivors.
Admiral, my father, your friend, is on that ship.
I know that, Tali, but if Shala hadn't suggested you might volunteer, we'd already have destroyed the Alarei. That's where we stand.
And thus, Rael would have already been killed. Okay, so basically this is our only chance to either find him alive or find evidence that would support Tali's stance that she didn't do anything wrong. I get it. So I guess we're done talking to him.
Thanks for the information.
Hang in there, kid.
Thank you, Admiral.
Okay, let's talk to Chorus, the prickly run. Let's see if he has anything that can shed to light. Because as of it is, regardless of his snooty attitude, I actually do agree with his stance on what the Quarians should do with in the future. So let's see what he has to say. And let's see how much he rubs me the wrong way.
Judging by your ability to play to a crowd, human, I have done Tali a favor by stripping Vasnima from her name.
Commander Shepard, this is Admiral Zaal'Koris Vasquibquib. Do not ask about the name.
I take no pleasure in this, Tali, truly. You have gravely endangered and dishonored our fleet.
Okay. Dislike for Tali.
What exactly is your problem with my crew member, Admiral?
I respect Tali immensely. Her actions against Saren are to be lauded. But, like her father, she wants nothing but the destruction of the Geth. The people we created. The people we wronged.
And I believe that.
Just drove us from our homeworld.
Because we attacked them
Of course
first.
they did. We tried to kill them.
Yeah, exactly. And I kind of agree with him. I really do. Okay, I gotta. I'm sorry, Tali. I know you just said not to, but I gotta.
You have a ship named Quib?
Oh, here we go.
Our people have, during difficult periods, purchased pre-owned vessels from other cultures, and have, on occasion, had difficulty altering the ship's registry information. The citizens of these foreign-named ships have borne the stigma of these names with grace and honor.
So then why not leave?
If it bothers you, maybe you should find another ship.
I've occasionally entertained the idea of requesting a transfer. Something with a nice, respectable name, like the Deferens or the Ictomy. But I am proud of the Quib, and I will not flee because of petty insults.
And that just made me respect him all the more. I mean, yeah, the going gets tough if you have like a name that just causes snickers and all of that, but the fact that he's willing to stand by it regardless speaks to the level of dedication of the people and his crew that is serving under him, and his respect to them. So that immediately makes me like him a little bit more. Let's tell us about the Admiral's infighting.
You and the other admirals appear to have some disagreements beyond Tali's trial.
You are correct. Tali, I apologize for it being brought into your proceedings.
Wow.
The other admirals are pushing for war. Rael'Zorah was researching new weapons to use against the Geth. They would see our fleet destroyed in the skies over our homeworld, rather than find a new colony and adapt.
Well, he keeps impressing. He of the admirals I've spoken to so far, they have all been basically adamant regarding the infighting and the decisions. Shala is sort of indifferent in the middle, and she's probably going to be swayed by the majority. I understand that stance, but I also not sure I quite agree with it. And Geralt was rather defensive in regards to what they should be doing. Chorus just fucking apologized for having it leak into the proceedings around Tali's trial and what it would mean towards her future. And I gotta say, props for that. He knows that what he did was wrong, and he's apologized for it. So I really like it. Legion. Oh wait, let's talk to Chorus first. You would favor peace?
Can the Quarians coexist with the Geth after all your history?
I don't know. We all deserve to find out. They are our children, Shepard. We've all done horrible things to each other, but it has to end. For both groups. That is why I cannot sanction whatever experiments you helped enable, Tali'Zorah. I believe this message needs to be sent.
I understand, Admiral. I do not agree with you, but I understand.
And that's big of Tali. Regardless of her disagreements, she at least understands his reasons for his actions, and I really like that. Rather than hating Chorus even more after talking to him, I actually have come to understand him and like him a little bit more. Legion, how would you feel about peace?
Do you think the Geth would be willing to accept a truce with Quarians, Legion?
We did not seek hostilities with creators. We fought for continued existence.
So your people would be open to peace?
Not without additional data that suggests coexistence is possible or desirable for creators. When the creators have believed victory is possible, they have attacked us 100% of the time.
Yeah.
I understand. It would be difficult to argue for peace when faced with odds like those. That does not mean the argument should not be made.
And you're right, Chorus. You're absolutely right. The fact that the Geth, or at least the section that didn't follow after Saren, they're open to it, but they're cautious because of the past reactions with the Quarians, and knowing basically that if they feel that they can win, they will attack them. That's basically the wall that they have to bypass in order to take that step towards peace. In the meantime, we're here dealing with Tali's situation, so let's talk about the Alarei.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarei?
Only that you should have let us destroy it. When we find the evidence of what Tali and her father did there, any hope of convincing the other admirals will die.
I did not bring active Geth to the Alarei, Admiral. I know how dangerous that would be. I only brought pieces.
The captured ship with its crew slaughtered by living beings in pain belies your argument.
He fully believes that she's guilty. And I can from his stance, I can sort of see why. And do I feel like he's being harsh about it? Absolutely. But at the same time, I understand his reasons for being harsh. She brought parts to her father with his, on his request, but nonetheless, she is responsible for sending them to the ship. And if they did activate, then he wants to basically use her as an example. It's not necessarily fair, but it is understandable. But we're done talking to him, so let's move on to the last admiral.
We should move on.
Goodbye, Tali'Zorah. Be well.
I'm surprised to hear you say that.
I don't hate you, Tali. I just think your father's plans for war were wrong.
Yeah. And that makes sense. Yeah, I've come away from this conversation actually liking this guy. But we shall see. Sorry, Geralt. And thinking back, Geralt, the first thing Geralt said about Koris was that he was a suit wetter. So he resorted to insults, and I'm not...
and her father are out of control. This is on their heads.
Will you shut up so I can actually talk? Thank you. If your go-to argument is to start with name-calling, that means you don't really have an argument to start with. Okay, Zan, let's talk to you.
Tali'Zorah, given the circumstances, are you certain that speaking to me is appropriate?
I'm looking for information about the Alarei. I don't intend to bribe you in the middle of the plaza, Admiral.
What a wonderful specimen this is.
Oh.
Geth's shell over standard mech interior. Or did you convince a Geth to work with you?
Ask it yourself.
Legion is working with me voluntarily. It's part of my team.
It has a name. Fascinating. The things I could learn under slightly different circumstances.
This platform is not available for experimentation.
Nice.
Charming. I am pleased to see that the humans, at least, have not abandoned synthetics. This whole trial is a farce born of fear.
I see. So, you're rather indifferent, too. Let's... Okay, so what's your lack of interest in trial?
If you're not interested in this trial, why not recuse yourself?
And let that aging warship, Han-Gerel, and the cowardly Zaal'Koris be the ones to chart this course? I think not. The broader purpose underlying the trial is too important. Tali'Zorah is only peripherally related. No offense intended.
And what is the true purpose of this trial, Admiral?
To determine whether Quarians should fear their past mistakes or reclaim their glory using our natural affinity for artificial intelligence.
So basically she has an ulterior motive. She just wants to use Tali's trial to springboard her own basic agenda. Technically, AI study is illegal, and that's what brought you the Geth to begin with.
So the only reason you care about this is because Rael might have learned something valuable from the Geth.
Indeed. If he has, then even in this accident we may find something worthwhile.
You want to create new AIs?
No, Tali'Zorah. I wish to return the Geth to the control of their rightful masters, the Quarian race.
Geth behavioral changes from hacking only last until programs are restored from archival copy. We judge this plan unsound, Creator Admiral.
For once, Legion, we agree.
We shall see, marvelous machine. We shall see.
So basically, here's the consensus here. Han-Gerel wants to destroy the Geth, as did Rael'Zorah. Shala'Raan is undecided. Zaal'Koris wants to let not only let the Geths live, but to try and broker peace with them. And Admiral Zen just wants to full out enslave the Geth. Wow. I mean, each race has a variety of different personalities and different beliefs, and I understand that, but this is just taking the cake on this one. Well, I have a feeling we just learned about her opinions on the Geth, but let's talk about it.
Sounds like your ideas about synthetics are in the minority.
Yes, at least on the Admiralty board, Geralt sees an enemy that must be crushed. Zaal'Koris would run away and hide on some new colony world. Shala'Raan is still undecided. I had thought Rael to be firmly in Han's camp, but if his experiments were on active Geth, perhaps we have ideas in common.
How does this change things How does this change things exactly?
If we don't find Rael alive on the Alarei, what do you think will happen?
The power balance will be disrupted. Han loses a vote for his foolish and self-destructive war. That would favor peace then, as Shala'Raan is too careful to risk her own neck. But if the Admiral replacing Rael agrees with me, things could become very exciting.
So she's not even considering that Rael's alive. She's just waiting for the time that this trial concludes and they appoint a new admiral in Rael's place. And she wants to see where the wind blows from that.
You support experiments on living creatures.
Rael should have felt no more guilt experimenting on Geth than I did while performing surgery on a childhood toy.
The fact that you performed surgery on your childhood toys explains a great deal, Admiral.
Yeah.
A ship travels faster than I can. With the right programming, it can choose locations, even defend itself when attacked. But it is just a machine.
Mm-hmm.
It was built for the sole purpose of serving its master, and it can be dismantled whenever its master desires.
Unless they achieve sentient, at which point they become an actual living, maybe not so much breathing, but a living organism, or a living creature is essentially the best turn of phrase that I can use in this regard. So, ergo, your attempts at trying to alter them and bring them back into your control, that's just paramount to slavery, and that's wrong. It's wrong regardless of who you're talking about.
Can you tell me anything about the Alarei?
Little. We detected several communication signatures before the Geth jammed the comm systems. Given the likely networked intelligence requirements for taking over a ship, expect between 10 and 50 units.
Then this can't have anything to do with me. I only sent parts and pieces, and certainly not enough to make that many Geth.
True, but someone mentioned something about rebuilding Geth. I think Shala mentioned the Geth might have built themselves more, so even if one of them could have been built from the pieces that you sent, chances are they could have found other pieces from the ship that they were inhabiting. But on that note, I'm done talking with you, Zen.
Thank you for the information.
It was a pleasure to meet you, Commander.
Yeah, too bad I can't say the same about you. Okay.
The captain let her get onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint.
You can complain all the fuck you want. I don't give a shit. Legion's my bro, man.
If anyone can retake the Alarei, Tali'Zorah can.
Oh, glad to know that somebody has faith in him, in Tali. Okay, so that's actually the objective.
If Tali'Zorah is stuck with a human captain, at least it's an eloquent one.
Right? I am awesome. This would be... Let me see if there's anything I
Tali'Zorah
can...
and Clara are out of control. This is on their heads.
I didn't expect a human to be such a good speaker.
How did you hear me from all the way over here? But I guess when it convened, you guys decided to hang out. Let's see what Cardana has to say.
My father dead or trapped on the Alarei? My name stripped? How could you not tell me this, Captain?
I'm sorry, Tali. I was under orders from Admiral Raan herself. I couldn't say anything. She wanted to get you onto the Alarei. She said that the Admiralty Board needed to see your reactions. For what it's worth, I'm sorry. Let me know if there's anything I could do to help.
Well, you can tell us some information. First of all, the Migrant Fleet's course. Tell me about it.
Who decides where the Migrant Fleet is going?
That's a more complex question than you might think. The Conclave boats on where we're going, but the Admiralty works out how we get there safely. Avoiding areas of piracy, scheduling resupply, that sort of thing.
Okay, that makes sense. But you guys don't have a say?
Seems like you're cut out of the loop.
Raya has a representative in the Conclave, like every other ship. But me, personally, I don't get to say in anything that happens beyond my ship's hull. If my crew doesn't like the way things are going, we're free to leave the fleet at any time. Of course, since the Raya produces about a third of the fleet's food, they try to keep us happy.
Yep, okay, that makes sense. What's the fleet's current location?
Why is the fleet here? A binary blue giant system isn't the most hospitable place in the galaxy.
Not if you're looking for a planet to land on. We've been doing a lot of deep-range travel. The bulk of the fleet is here to charge up using photovoltaic solar cells. We're running an ice mining operation at the Red Dwarf 6 light years off. They haul it here, and we melt it for water, or crack it into deuterium, hydrogen, and oxygen.
Okay, that's smart. Are you guarding the Normandy?
Why did you post guards outside our ship?
Aside from the fact that your crew is Cerberus,
oh my god.
Technically it's under quarantine. Any accidental intership contact could sicken or kill our crew.
Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay, I guess we're done here.
We'll talk to you later, Captain.
If anyone can retake the Alarei...
Tali'Zorah arrived with a gift. What more proof did the Emperor?
Oh, go fuck yourself. That was my choice. Okay, and that's how we came in, and that makes more sense now.
Even during the hearing, Tali'Zorah's first thought is to protect the fleet.
Yep, there you go. So she's innocent. And I guess this is where we go for the actual mission itself. Yep, nothing to loot, nothing to interact with.
The captain let it get onto the ship. I'm lodging a complaint.
Oh my god, stop crying. He's not hurting you, he's not doing anything.
If anyone can retake the Alarei, Tali'Zorah can.
See, why can't you be more like her? Okay, guard.
Is that really a Geth, Tali'Zorah? The guards at the docking bay said...
Don't worry, it's under our control. With luck, it will help us retake the Alarei.
Yeah.
If you say so. Per Admiral Rand's orders, the shuttle is prepared for you and Captain Shepard of Normandy.
Do you have an idea of what's over there?
Can you tell us anything about what we'll find on the Alarei?
I'm afraid I don't know much. Not many Marines made it back from the initial assault. They talked about massive waves of Geth, though. More than there should have been.
There shouldn't have been any at all.
Alright. I mean that they're afraid the Geth are building or repairing more of themselves from materials on the Alarei.
Yeah, see, that's what I was thinking. Well, we're as ready as we're gonna be, so let's go.
Let's head to the Alarei.
Of course. I'll unlock the shuttle now. Good luck with those Geth, Tali'Zorah. Kira Selai.
And off we go. So I'm switching weapons, and Legion you are too.
Switch up!
And here we go.
Target contact.
Okay, hang on. Yeah, that's much better. Oh fuck. Wrong button.
Yes! Go get him! Good for
Target processed. Targeting order processed. Making messenger.
Nice. To make up for the one I accidentally used. Laptop. Let's hear it.
Something's slowing down the systems. We're taking down the firewalls to rebalance load distribution. Rael'Zorah ordered us to bypass standard safeties. Following security protocols will take too long.
Well, okay then. So already they're breaking rules. But we already knew that before coming here. Okay, so... Oh, money. Hi. There we are. And voila. Just like that, 4,200 credits. More metagel. Okay, let's talk about this.
This is one of the storage units I sent to Father.
Okay.
Looks like parts from a disabled repair drone, plus a reflex algorithm that I didn't recognize. I got this on Haestrom.
Okay. What was the reason for your selection?
What made a part worth sending back to your father?
It had to be in working order. Something that could be analyzed and integrated into other technology.
Okay.
Anything new had priority. Technology the Geth had developed themselves. Signs of modification. Clues to their thinking.
I get that. That makes sense. What were the shipping methods you used?
How did you get these things to your father?
Sometimes I left packages at secure drops in civilized areas. Someone on pilgrimage would see that it was shipped home. For very valuable finds, I'd signal home, and Father would send a small ship.
Okay. The salvaging on Haestrom, when you were supposed to be investigating the dark energy. What was all that?
Haestrom was a war zone. How did you salvage gear in the middle of all that?
Right?
These suits have more pockets than you'd think. Quarians have learned how to salvage whatever we can, whenever we can. Within reason. We're not Vorcha, but we repair what most people would throw away. Hundreds of the ships in our fleet were salvaged wrecks, either found dead in space or purchased for next to nothing.
Okay, that makes sense. But does any of this help your case?
Does that salvaged gear give you a clue as to what happened here?
No, I don't know. Shepard, I checked everything I sent here. I passed up great finds because they might be too dangerous, prone to uncontrolled reactivation or self-repair.
Yeah.
I don't know which possibility is worse. That I got sloppy and sent something dangerous, or that Father actually did all this.
Well, so far, I'm thinking that your dad is responsible, unfortunately. And it's gonna suck if it turns out that I'm right, but at the same time, that's not on you. Okay, so that's where I have to go. So we're gonna go in here. Okay. Come on. Nope. There we go. And... Gotcha.
I'll take it!
Ah, Geth's shield strength. It's good to... That's good to have, I think. Okay, so let's play this log now.
Who's running the system diagnostic? I didn't authorize... Oh, killer. How many Geth are networked?
All of them. Rael'Zorah.
Shut it down! Shut everything down! They're in the system!
Fuck. And that's how it began. Okay, get ready for a fight, guys.
Preparing for combat.
Go get him, Pika. Good. Girl.
And you can hack them. doesn't sound like there's anything else. And I can quick save, so that's something. Give me my money. I know I'm kind of robbing your people blind, Tali, but
we locked down navigation. Weapons are offline. Our mistake won't endanger the fleet. They're burning through the door. I don't have much time. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Jonah, if you get this, be strong for Daddy. Mommy loves you very much.
their mistake. You hear that? Their mistake. They really did do this.
Contact below. Target contact. Abundant value.
Go for the optics.
Under fire.
Go for the target.
Enemy using optical camouflage.
Cross one.
Nice.
Ready for next target. Enemy disabled.
Nice. There we are. And of course the music has died down a little bit. So now we're at max health, or rather max metagel. So that's fine. Is there anything else in here that we can take? Nope, can't open that door.
Yes.
Right.
Grab more cash. Oops. Oh, I would have been right. Thanks for the money. Now I don't feel so bad about robbing these guys. If they fucked up and did this to themselves, well...
This console might have something. Most of the data is corrupted, but a few bits are left.
Okay.
They were performing experiments on Geth systems, looking for new ways to overcome Geth resistance to reprogramming.
Okay, were you aware of that they were doing this?
Do you know what kind of tests your father was running?
No, Father just told me to send back any Geth technology I could find that wasn't a direct danger to the fleet. I suspected he might be testing weapons, but I thought he was just working on new ways to bypass shields or armor.
Okay, so what do you think about this?
Do you think testing weapons on the Geth was right?
It's not testing weapons on prisoners, Shepard. I only sent Father parts. Even if he assembled them, they wouldn't be sapient. You saw what Saren and Sovereign did with the Geth.
Yeah.
Any research that gives us an advantage is important.
Well, anything useful?
Could any of that data clear your name?
Doubtful. This is mostly results data, effects of different disruptive hacking techniques. I don't understand all of it. But they may have been activating the Geth deliberately. I don't know. Nothing here says specifically, but if they were, then Father was doing something terrible.
Yeah.
What was all this, Father? You promised you'd build me a house on the homeworld. Was this going to bring us back home?
It's a bad idea.
Maybe it's time for your people to let go of reclaiming your world from the Geth.
You have no idea what it's like. You have a planet to go back to. My home is one hull breach away from extinction.
But it's still a home.
You've got a place here, Tali. Don't throw it away in a war you don't need.
Don't need? Shepard, If I don't wear a helmet in my own home, I die. A single kiss could put me in the hospital. Every time you touch a flower with bare fingers, inhale its fragrance without air filters, you're doing something I can't. Damn the pilgrimage. Without it, I might never have known what I was missing, what we had lost when we lost our home world.
Well then, you guys need to find another world.
Have the Quarians considered colonizing a new world?
We'd have enough difficulty reacclimating to our own native environment. Adjusting for exposure to a foreign colony would be even harder. It's the difference between 60 years and 600. For anyone alive now to watch a sunset without a mask, we must take back our home. At the very least, we can take back one ship. Come on.
I mean, I get it. I do. They want to be able to enjoy the benefits of what they reaped, but at the same time, it's not, like, at least waiting would, oh, fuck. Okay.
Launching its light weaponry.
Okay, you can help us.
Successful shot. Targeting order processed.
One down.
Ready for next target.
Tali, you're braver than I am. You actually went down there. But yeah, as I was saying, like, reclaiming the home world is a risk on its own. Like, it's basically, you could, if you succeed, yeah, sure, you can reacclimatize in that amount of, like, in the 60 years that you said you could reclimatize or acclimatize. But if you fail, then you're all dead. So it's weighing the benefits versus the risks. And I'm sorry, I don't.
First entry. Our hacking attempts failed. The Geth have an adaptive consciousness. Hack one process and the others autocorrect. Still, we're making progress. Rael'Zorah is convinced we'll have a viable system in less than a year. This weapon will put our people back on the homeworld, and it's all because of Rael'Zorah.
Or he'll get them all killed. But yeah, no, it's a risk versus reward thing, and honestly, I still don't think that it's worth the risk. Oh boy.
Father!
Oh boy.
No. You always had a plan. Masked life signs or an onboard medical stasis program, maybe. You wouldn't. They're wrong. You wouldn't just die like this. You wouldn't leave me to clean up your...
Hey, come here.
Come on. Come on, bring it in.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize.
You got nothing to be sorry about.
Maybe he would have known I'd come. Maybe he left a message.
Maybe.
Tali, if you are listening, then I am dead. The Geth have gone active. I don't have much time. Their main hub will be on the bridge. You'll need to destroy it to stop their VI processes from forming new neural links. Make sure Hangerel and Darozen see the data. They must.
Thanks, Dad.
He did what he could.
He knew you'd come for him.
Yeah.
He was trying to help you. not perfect. It's not what you wanted. But it's the best he could do.
Yeah.
I don't know what's worse. Thinking he never really cared, or thinking that he did, and that this was the only way he could show it.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter. One way or the other, I cared. And I'm here. And we're ending this.
Sounds good to me. Come on. More power cells, more salvage, another wall safe to hack. Another wall safe to hack. They managed to kill him while he was in a hallway, probably leaving that message. Best thing he did was not record his death.
I'm here.
Wow, ow, that was loud.
Get ready to fight.
Target gun. Set.
Hey, you're my side now.
Automated flight weapon ring.
Combat drone ready.
Okay. So we've got that. The door is open. Let's grab that evidence.
This console is linked to the main hub Father mentioned. Disabling it shut down any Geth we missed. It looks like some of the recordings remained intact. They'll tell us how this happened, what Father did.
Are you okay?
You sound like you don't really want to hear it.
No. We have to. I know. This is terrible, Shepard.
Yeah.
I don't want to know that he was part of this.
But we have to know.
Do we have enough parts to bring more online?
Yes, the new shipment from your daughter will let us add 2 more Geth to the network.
We're nearing a breakthrough on systemic viral attacks. Perhaps we should inform the Admiralty Board, just to be safe.
No. We're too close. I promised to build my daughter a house on the home world. I'm not going to sit and wait while the politicians argue.
We'd have an easier time of it if Tali'Zorah could send back more working material.
Absolutely not. I don't want Tali exposed to any political blowback. Leave Tali out of this. Assemble a new Geth with what we have. Bypass security protocols if need be.
He really wanted to keep that promise.
It sounds like he was doing this for you.
I never wanted this, Shepard. Keela, I never wanted this. Everything here is his fault. I tried to pretend it didn't point to him, but this... When this comes up in the trial, they'll...
Yeah.
We can't tell them. Not the Admirals, not anyone.
Tali, we need to use this.
Tali, without this evidence, you're looking at exile.
You think I don't know that? You think I want to live knowing that I can never see the fleet again? But I can't go back into that room and say that my father was the worst war criminal in our people's history. I cannot.
But he's dead. And he wanted you to live and he wanted you to be free.
Rael'Zorah doesn't need you to worry about him anymore. You heard him say he didn't want you to be caught in the politics.
You don't understand, Shepard. They would strike his name from the manifest of every ship he ever served on. He would be worse than an exile.
He'd be a traitor to our people, held up for children as a monster in a cautionary tale. I can't let all the good he did be destroyed for this, Shepard.
It's a really tough decision, but we will have to see at the trial. Yeah.
We're not gonna decide anything here. Let's see what the admirals say once we get back.
You're my captain in this hearing, Shepard. It's your decision. But please, don't destroy what my father was. Come on. If we wait too long, they'll decide we're already dead, and none of this will matter.
Yeah. That is very true. Okay. Oh, looks like the guard's gone.
We need to face facts. There has been no word. There is no reason to think Tali'Zorah survived.
Oh, wow.
It sounds like the hearing is already underway.
It's only been a few hours.
Shepard was right. Springing the information about Rael on Tali, we practically dared her to take back the Alarei. We killed her.
A pity Shepard vast Normandy is a better speaker than a soldier. I recommend posthumously exiling Tali'Zorah.
Wow.
What? It was agreed that Tali'Zorah would not be convicted if she were killed in action.
It was suggested, Admiral. I recall no agreement. To that end, I called for an immediate vote.
Well, nope. We're not letting you do that, buddy.
Very well. Is the Admiralty Board prepared to render judgment?
Hey, guys. Sorry, we're late.
Sorry, we're late.
You should pardon Tali.
Tali'Zorah Vas Normandy saved the Alarei. I hope this proves her loyalty to the Quarian people.
Her loyalty was never in doubt, only her judgment.
Perhaps Tali'Zorah can offer something to encourage more trust in her judgment.
Did you find anything on the Alarei that could clarify what happened there?
Shepard, please.
Does Captain Shepard have any new evidence to submit to this hearing?
So here's the thing. I have several options. If I claim that we have no evidence, then they have no choice. They exile Tali. Her father is remained safe, and I gain Tali's loyalty. I can just hand over the evidence. She will be cleared of all wrongdoing. Everything that she was worried about that happening to her father would happen, but I don't get her loyalty. In fact, she is absolutely broken up and distraught about it. I could rally the crowd instead, at which point Kal'Reeger and Vitor will actually step up and be among the first to demand that Tali be pardoned. So in that regard, it's a win-win there. But then of course there's the morality options. Now the one I really wanted to do is the actual renegade one, but I don't have enough points to actually do it, sadly. So instead we're gonna go with the Paragon option.
Tali helped me defeat Saren and the Geth at the Citadel. That should be all the evidence you need.
I fail to see what relevance.
You're not really interested in Tali, are you? This trial isn't about her. It's about the Geth.
This hearing has nothing to do with
Excuse you?
You want people to sympathize with them. Han'Gerrel wants to go to war. None of you care about Tali. She knows more about the Geth than any other Quarian alive. You should be listening to her, not putting her on trial.
Right?
Tali'Zorah saved the Citadel. She saved the Alarei. She showed the galaxy the value of the Quarian people. I can't think of stronger evidence than that.
Tali is like, I don't know what's going on.
Prepared to render the judgment?
In real life, that wouldn't have worked. I would have been held in contempt.
Tali'Zorah, in light of your history of service, we do not find sufficient evidence to convict. You are cleared of all charges.
There we go.
Commander Shepard, Please accept these gifts in appreciation for you taking the time to represent one of our people.
Don't go to war. You'll doom your entire race if you do.
If you appreciate me, then listen. The Reapers are coming. I'm going to need your help to stop them. Please don't throw away your lives against the Geth.
Thank you, Commander Shepard. I hope this board carefully considers your advice.
Of course.
This hearing is concluded.
And I love how...
Go in peace, Tali'Zorah vas Normandy. Kila Salai.
And I absolutely love how Legion was tucked away.
I can't believe you pulled that off. What you said. I've never had anyone speak like that on my behalf. Thank you for being there for my father and me. Even when... Thank you.
You're not disappointed?
We can still go back in and get you exiled if you want.
Right?
Thanks. But I'm fine with things like this. It's fun watching you shout.
Yeah, especially if she's not the target. I am the same way. Every time my mom would, like, freak out on somebody else, like, yell at them, I would be sitting in the background just giggling. But Tali, in all honesty, in all seriousness, I didn't actually do this for Rael.
Tali, about what your father said, what he did, you deserved better.
I got better, Shepard. I got you.
Awesome. So now let's just go home.
Come on, Tali'Zorah vas Normandy. Let's get back to our ship.
Right?
Thank you, Captain.
This is valuable.
Yes, it is. Okay, so meanwhile, we can actually... Ooh, look. I got 34... I got additional tech damage. That's awesome. I got 34 Paragon points from that. Not much that I needed. But, yeah, let's talk to the masses and see what they have to say here.
Hello again, Commander. Good luck, Tali.
Okay, Kal'Reeger.
Tali'Zorah was innocent after all.
You were, and I'm glad you at least admitted that. Kal'Reeger, what do you have to say?
Nice talking, Shepard. It's funny how it takes a commander to remind the admirals about military honor. Glad they're off your back, ma'am. And that you didn't have to give them that evidence you found on the Alarei.
I didn't say anything about finding evidence, Cal.
Noticed that, ma'am.
Interesting. Where do you go now?
Any idea what your next assignment is going to be?
I'm going to be escorting more techs around to look for signs of dark energy buildup. Maybe see if they can figure out what's causing it. Wherever they send me, it'll have to be less exciting than Haystrom.
Where do you think there'll be war after this?
What's your take on the war? Are the admirals going to try to retake the homeworld?
I won't shy away from a fight, but if the admirals throw the fleet at the Geth, all they'll get back is scrap metal.
There you go.
The best bet would be for us to find another way. But a soldier can't say unless his superiors ask.
Well, I'm glad you agree with me there. Goodbye and good luck. I hope that you, yeah, I hope you guys manage to find what you're looking for.
Stay safe out there, Rieger.
You too, Shepard. Ma'am.
Cal, just call me Tali.
I'll work on that, ma'am.
Awesome. Okay, let's see what the bitch has to say.
Very impressive speech, Commander Shepard. But tell me truly, did you recover any of Rael'Zorah's research on the Alarei?
Nothing that will help you, Admiral.
Pity. Oh well. Whatever is created can be recreated. In any event, I am pleased that our talk regarding the war conundrum allowed you to help Tali. Her exile would have been unfortunate.
Well, what makes you think that? But anyways, I guess I'm not gonna get that information from you because you're not gonna share it, but I think your ideas are wrong. I just want you to know that.
You should abandon your plans, Admiral. They're only going to make the situation worse.
We shall see, Commander. Many things are impossible until they are done.
I mean, she's not wrong there, but at the same time, I had to try.
The talk of war gives me hope. Maybe we can retake the whole world in my lifetime.
Oh, God. Hey, Shala.
The Admirals thought they were humbling you by forcing you to represent her, Shepard. I'm glad they were wrong. You didn't mention survivors. Did you find real Tali? I am sure he would have left you a message if he'd had time.
You know what? I could say he didn't care about Tali, but honestly, I think he did. I think he did in his own way. And he was trying to fulfill a promise that he made to her. Because he wanted his child to see their home world. So I'm going to say yes.
We found Rael's body. He left a message for Tali.
I can only imagine how horrible this is for you, child. But at least you got to hear your father tell you he loved you.
Yes. Thank you, Admiral.
Good luck on your mission. No matter how dark it gets, the fleet is always with you. Kila's alive.
Okay, let's talk to Geralt.
You called us on the carpet out there, Shepard, and you
did.
were right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Tali shouldn't have been involved in that argument. Tell me, though, honestly, what did you find over there? You spoke well, but I know a feint when I see it.
You know what? I'm going to leave it up to Tali.
Tali, is there anything the Admiral should know?
We found a lot of dead bodies, Admiral. Including my father's, that's all. Whatever research they were doing was destroyed.
I'll take your word for it, Tali. Not that I have much choice. Fight well, and fly safe, kid. Your father would be proud of you.
I think he would too. Let's see what Chorus has to say.
Very impressive, Shepard. Thank you for your help on the Alarei. And thank you for helping Rael'Zorah's daughter. You stood for her when we failed. We were wrong to let our own concerns about the war overshadow Tali's trial.
Thank you. I'm glad that you see it that way. Keep pushing for peace. I would like to see this, yeah, just keep pushing for peace.
The galaxy needs more people saying what you're saying, Admiral. Good luck.
Thank you, Commander.
Okay. Nope, that's closed. So we can't go there.
I can't believe Tali and her captain took back the Alarei.
What's so hard to believe about that? Well, apart from the obvious fact that you guys thought that that this was going to be a suicide run. I mean, we're already on one of those, but doesn't seem like there's anything to collect here.
The Alarei was a good start, but there are lots more Geth out there that need killing.
Public opinion seems to disagree with what I have to say.
I knew they wouldn't exile Tali'Zorah.
Did you though? Okay.
Congratulations, Tali'Zorah. I was skeptical about your choice in captains, but I see now that I was wrong.
Thank you, Captain. I'm just glad that this is over.
You'll always have a place on the Raya, whenever you decide to come home. Good luck out there.
I guess that's all he has to say.
Congratulations again.
Okay, yep, that's all he has to say. So I guess that's all we've got here. And with that, mission complete. We didn't get a level this time, which is fine. Tali'Zorah has been cleared of all charges, and her trust in Shepard ensures her loyalty on the mission. Political ramifications of Quarian war efforts against the Geth are troubling, likely to need Quarian forces against the Reapers. Cannot risk additional instability. Well, at least you acknowledge that. Gained 750 experience. Tali got another power unlocked. She also got a new outfit. We also picked up some Geth strength shield strength rather. We picked up some Omni tool upgrade for tech damage, and we found Cerberus funded 15,000. We found 30,000, and we also picked up 2,000 catches of palladium. And we also got an achievement.
Commander, Legion would like to talk with you.
now let's check up on Tali. See how she's doing.
Keela, I'm sorry I dragged you into Quarian politics. All that infighting, seeing what my father did. You were the only one there for me, Shepard. The only cover I had against that storm. Thank you.
Do you think their politics will shift?
I imagine they're trying to fill your father's spot on the Admiralty Board. What will that do to the balance of power?
I have no idea. Being exiled might have made it easier. A few people are suggesting me as a candidate.
Wow.
Replacing an admiral takes time, though. You may not have noticed, but Quarians like to debate.
Oh no, I didn't notice that at all. But would that be strange? I mean, it was only 2 years ago that you were on your pilgrimage. Throwing your name in the hat, which I guess, I don't know how I feel about that. It just sort of feels like they're just trying to throw you a bone and, I guess, make things right after accusing you of the treason. Also, was that trial normal?
Are Quarian politics always like that?
No. Sometimes it can actually get unpleasant.
Oh, really?
We're a very social people, Shepard. We have to be, to make up for being stuck in these suits. And part of that means getting involved in each other's business.
Well, that's very disappointing. You definitely deserved better in this case.
The whole trial was insulting. You should have had time to mourn your father.
Right?
I don't think life is about what you deserve. But my father would be honored that I chose to mourn him by blowing up a lot of Geth.
Very
I should
true.
get back to work. But thanks for checking on me.
No worries, Tali. No worries. And with that in mind, we are done for the day. If you liked the video, please leave a like or subscribe. If not, leave a comment below letting me know what I can do to improve. Because once again, downvotes alone, they don't tell me what I'm doing wrong. They don't let me fix what has gone wrong. And if I don't know what I'm doing wrong, I can't improve. So until the next time, guys. Ciao.